What's up, everybody? It's Ray with Night Solutions here in Canada, here to talk to you today about a classic in the night vision space. This is the Toyota Camry of night vision devices, the PVS-14. This is not just any Toyota Camry, this is your grandmother's gold Toyota Camry. Um, these are one of the most produced units in the night vision space, and that's for a reason. They're cheap and they're highly effective. Today we're going to get into how to set them up on your lid and a few accessories that you can throw on them as well. Let's get into it. All right, when you purchase a PVS-14 kit from us, it's going to have a bunch of things inside this green bag, and it's going to look a little bit like this. First and foremost, so this is what you're paying all your money for, is the PVS-14 device itself. This particular one has RPO 3.0 lenses on it, but we also do them with a US mil-spec lens on it. Pros and cons to each one, different video to go over that. Comes with a demist shield, comes with a sacrificial lens, and a rubber eye cap. It also comes with a skull crusher and a bayonet J-arm. Gross. What you're going to want to do, probably right off the bat, is move from something like a skull crusher and a bayonet J-arm to something a little bit more modern, and that's going to a dovetail J-arm that'll integrate into a modern mount on a modern helmet setup. Dovetail J-arm looks something like this. This particular one is from Mod Armory, but there's several other brands out there. They all do more or less the same thing, which is replace this with this, and this will integrate into just about every modern mount that's out there on the market. All right, let's talk about how to mount this device to a dovetail style mount like this. This is all you need. Take your PVS-14, take your J-arm. As you can see, you have a mounting socket right there, and this screw here is going to go right into it. Screw in like so. Screw it up till it's finger tight. You don't need to crank it down. You don't need a torque wrench. Take this dovetail and insert it into the mount like so. And now you have it set up on your helmet and ready to deploy. How you set it up is going to be a little bit user preference. Typically, you're going to want it kind of sitting just over your eye a little bit so you can see just underneath the device and still pick up your ambient surroundings while looking through the device if you drop your head into it a little bit. Head shape, angle of your forehead, thickness of your pads, type of mount you're using is all going to play into how you have to configure this. So I can't really get into, hey, turn this setting to 15 degrees because every single one of you is going to be a little bit different. Just know that these mounts have a wide range of adjustment and you can fit just about anybody with one of these. All right, next thing you're going to want to do is power the device on. And the way you do that with a PVS-14 is this dial right here. A single click clockwise will turn on the device. A pull and turn will activate the IR illuminator on the front here. Typically, you will not need to use that illuminator. To turn it off, you simply turn it counterclockwise until it can no longer turn any further. As with all the buttons and dials on these devices, don't push them and crank them past where they can comfortably go. You will end up breaking something at some point. Once the device is powered on, you're going to want to set your front focus adapter here to infinity or whatever kind of brings your nearest objects into clean, crisp focus. Then you're going to want to set your diopter. Your diopter is what does the job of your prescription glasses and corrects for any deficiencies in your eyesight. Depending on how bad your eyesight is, that will affect how far you need to set your diopter. What I would suggest doing is turn it until it becomes fuzzy and then turn it back until it becomes clear again and get a nice, clear, crisp image. If you're using the ultralight lenses, a little pro tip here is just to put a little paint pen mark on the two, just as if you were zeroing a scope or something like that, just so that you can observe if someone's come along and turned your diopter, you can bring it back without having to reset it. You can just look, okay, here's my two marks, bring it back, dial it in. Beyond that, as I mentioned, do not crank any of these past their natural stops, you will feel a point where they stop having any give to them. If you push it past it, you will end up breaking something on your new device. Two things left to go over. One is the manual gain. This knob here on the front is what controls your gain. It has a stop in it. Don't push it past the stop again. And you can turn it all the way up and it will increase the brightness in your tube. The final thing to go over here is the type of batteries to use inside these devices. You can run any standard AA in these devices. It will power up, it will run. If you absolutely need to have your night vision going and you only have an alkaline AA, put it in there, run it. In our experience, you are much better served to use a lithium battery. They're far less likely to leak, they're far less likely to drain, and they're far less likely to damage your device if they were to leak. Lithium batteries, whenever possible, yes, they're a little bit more expensive, but this is an expensive device, and it is worth using high quality batteries inside of it to protect your investment. That does it for our PVS-14 video. These are live on our website all the time. We have them in stock by the bushel. Nightsolutions.ca is the place to get them. We'll see you on the next one.